in charge of that, and we're in no hurry to get rid of any of it. But if somebody, really wants a nice Gibson or a Fender or Rickenbacker or Paul Reed Smith, we'll help you out.
Cool. I may still be in the...
You were looking at that Firebird, I think.
Yeah, did you still have a Firebird?
Still have it. Still have two of them. They're beautiful guitars.
Would you still have the walnut one or the...
I think it was cherry.
Oh, is it cherry?
Yeah,
Couple things to tell you guys. You see these monitors that are dark? The ones that you said were Raspberry Pi, Chris?
Yeah.
If people on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch make comments, they will pop up on there, and they might ask you questions or something.
Oh, wow.
All right?
Oh, I saw that with
you're going on YouTube, you're going on Facebook, you're going on Twitch, you're going on Twitter, you're going on Instagram. So you have a big audience.
Awesome.
Okay?
So we should be mindful of the comments coming in.
Yeah, definitely. Because somebody might say, "Oh, Chris, I have a question for you," or something like that. And that way you can interact with your audience.
Okay.
Cool.
I saw that in Paula's show, but all it said was, "Richard, did you tell him about the house?" And they just left me in. But then you finally just...
Then we discussed it.
Yeah.
That was interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. People want to know what will become of the home of the future after I die.
You're not going to live forever?
The king! Should I drink the potion, Chris?
You know the moral hazard ahead of you if you drink the potion.
Thank you. We were discussing, Gordon, a story of a king who was offered a potion where he could live forever. And they said, but it's not as great as you think it is. You will get bored. And the king said, I'm willing to drink the potion just so that I can make the world a better place, and I won't have to worry about running out of time. So that he drinks the potion. Problem is, he can't make the world a better place. He tells the people at the Salem witchcraft trials, you shouldn't be doing this. This is wrong. They ignore him. He tells the people during World War II, you shouldn't be vilifying the Jews like this. It's wrong. They ignore him. You know what I mean?
Is this from a play, The King?
A book.
Oh, a book.
A book called All Men Are Mortal.
Okay.
And so the moral of the book is that the fact that your life has an ending makes it more meaningful than if it didn't have an ending.
Wow.
Yeah. So Chris and I were discussing the book, and then it pops up again in our discussion.
That's, I've had to get rid of 2 houses now in the last. I actually closed on my dad's house at the end of April.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to that, my father and my aunt both owned a multi-generational house that my great-grandmother built in North Tonawanda, who in turn passed it down to her 3 daughters, and it's a big, huge three-unit house with a storefront on it. They used to run like the neighborhood delicatessen. And then a friend, the guy who ran for Congress, he lives in Grand Island, he ran against Chris Collins and almost won. His name's Nate McMurray. His family bought it. And it's one of the few houses in North Tonawanda that doesn't have a Trump flag, but instead has like a Black Lives Matter. And Nate was commenting on Twitter the other day, and I said, well, yeah, it is pretty radicalized out here. And I said, years ago, you would never see a Confederate flag in this part of the state or anything like that. And I was showing him, replying with pictures, and I said, but then there's a ray of hope. And I showed him, I knew it was his mom's house. Wow. Nate wasn't involved in the transaction, but his brother was. But I'd never discussed it with Nate. I just thought his family would tell him, the Borkowskis own this house. so I showed him, I'm like, but there's a ray of hope. And I showed him the storefront of his mom's house, who, she redecorated it, and she put Black Lives Matter,